And we have our next field event to introduce the women discus throwers to you. Those performances just might be within Sandra Perkovic's reach, although there's not really much wind here, just a little bit though, perhaps to help the throwers. 12 competitors qualified for the final, so here they are in throwing order. We have Daisy Osakui, the youngster from Italy, 22 years of age, with personal best just short of 60 meters. Next in the throwing order is Irina Rodriguez, who got European Junior and Under 23 bronze medals nearly a decade ago. And we've been saying that the Greeks are having a great championship. Well, this woman was 9th 2 years ago, Agnostopoulou from Greece. Next is a rising star indeed, the one junior in the field, the Moldovan Alexander Emelianov, world junior champion, world youth champion, European junior champion in the last 3 years. And now we have one of the superstars of world athletics, Sandra Perkovic, because she's bidding for her 4th title, twice Olympic champion, twice world champion. What a record she's got, and a personal best of 71.41, way ahead of the rest. Nadine Muller has a personal best of 68.89, but she's some 6 meters short of that this year, but a former world silver and bronze medalist, and 2nd in the Europeans back in 2012. Big roar, of course. The British number 1 for several years now, Jade Lally, who was 7th in Amsterdam 2 years ago. Not done 60 meters yet this year, but at her best, 65. Then the next of the talented German trio here, it's Claudine Witter, who's been their number 1 this year with a best of 65.15. Again, a former European junior and under 23 champion. That just last year. Claudine Witter. Ninth in the throwing order is Liliana Tsar from Portugal. Back in 2005, she was 2nd in the European Juniors. Now, the most experienced competitor here, apart from Perkovic, is Dragana Tomasovic, because she's competing in her 5th European final. 5th, 6th, 9th, 11th, the last 4 years. Eliska Stankova from the Czech Republic has a best of just over 60 meters, but hasn't yet reached that this year. And again, there's going to be a big roar for the final thrower, because it's Shanice Kraft of Germany, who's the bronze medalist in 2014 and in 2016. And again, another European under 23 champion. Muller, big lead at 62 meters. Then we have a series of throwers on 57, but Tomasovic in 2nd place at 57.19. So here's the youngster Daisy Osakui of Italy to open the 2nd round. Oh, and that's good, because with an athlete with a personal best just under 60 meters, that's getting pretty close, and this may well take the young Italian into 2nd place in the event. Of course, Perkovic had a no-throw. Kraft also didn't manage to achieve anything special. Vita had a no-throw. So a lot to come in the discus, one would assume. Let's just check then the distance that Daisy Osakui has done. He's pretty happy. And she's pretty happy too. Not smiling, but I think you can see by her reactions that she's happy with that. 58.09 into 2nd place. Now it's Rodriguez. Now she'd opened up with a foul. So this is her 2nd round throw. Well, just over by the, it's outside the sector line there for Rodriguez. Yeah, just outside there, not particularly long in any case, so 2 no throws for the Portuguese. Oh no, it was okay. Oh, well, I was slightly misled. 58 metres, she does indeed go into 3rd place. Well, now let's see what's happening in the discus. Perkovic. No throw in the first round. So the prohibitive favourite. Let's see whether she can get a decent mark in this time. Well, by her lights, that's well short. I mean, it is a decent mark, of course, and it's going to take her into 2nd place in the competition. But it's not what we've been expecting, but at least she's beginning to work her way perhaps up through this field. But it's short of 60 metres. So I think that tells it all. 59.09. Perkovic into 2nd in the discus. But she's followed immediately into the circle by the leader from the first round at 62 metres, Nadine Muller. The only thrower then so far over 60 metres. These early field events not really yet taking light. We've had that big jump in the long jump over Hamburg, and just one good throw really in the discus from this woman, Muller. Oh, very balanced there, and it's good. Oh yes, well over, and that's going to be a season's best, and an increase in the lead for Nadine Muller, round 2 of the discus. Well, I said she'd been a little down on her form this year, but she's finding it just when it matters most. Very nicely balanced there. Very experienced competitor, of course. 32 years of age now. .63 metres for Muller. The discus, Nadine Muller certainly proving the class of the event just at the moment, and Perkovic only in 2nd place. Now a chance to look at Tomasevic, who's lying 6th, 57.19 in the opening round. And that's an improvement. Now let's see whether that takes her into a medal spot. 58.09 from Osaka for Italy. But obviously conditions not really to the liking of most of these throwers, who are fairly way down on their best.
Certainly is a little bit chilly, and the temperatures are going to drop a little bit more over the remaining hour of the programme.
I went out to buy a scarf at lunchtime because I could see it getting cold.
58.94 by Tomasevic into the 2nd place in the competition. And Shanice Kraft, who opened at 56.33. To get better than that, at least to make sure she does get in the top 8. This is the final throw of round 2. Oh, that's better, just about hits that 60-metre tape. So that will take her into 2nd place, and it's a German 1-2 so far. No wobble there for the discus. Let's just check on the absolute. Did she get 60 exactly? Well, it hit the tape, but it might be a centimetre or 2 less, I guess. Yeah, 59.73 there, so that's 2nd. Well, Sandra Perkovic is leaving herself with a fair bit to do. She's back in 3rd place now, 59.09. Kraft having just gone 59.73. It's very strange to see these are the distances from Sandra Perkovic, with Muller leading at 63 metres. So it's a little more like it, but it's just about on 60. That may take her into 2nd, but that's all. Still well short of Muller. 3 rounds to go, of course. Well, we always see lots of upsets in championship action. We're getting some here in the field events today. And that's Perkovic's third round effort. 59.97. So moves are ahead of Kraft, but second place, 3 meters down on Muller. Claudine Vita in the discus, round 3 now. Still with just that one throw over 60 meters by Perkovic. The second. Oh, that's good. That's another 60-meter throw. So at last, and it's Germany 1 and 2, with Perkovic only third. This is proving a somewhat surprising competition, but no doubting the prowess of the German trio, of course. And here's Vita, beginning to get into good form here, and taking second place behind her compatriot Muller. This is 61 meters 23 for Vita. Two German victories, and Germany 1 and 2 in the discus at the moment. But Sandra Perkovic is the story of the competition, because just look at that. Under 60 meters and a no throw. Well, now, what can she do? A wonderful champion bidding for a 5th title. At last, one might say, that's the real Sandra Perkovic, and is way ahead of the rest. Oof, what a relief, because really she was nowhere near her usual form, but what a competitor. When it really matters, round 5, she had one more to go, I suppose, but this is huge. This is way beyond the 63 meters of Nadine Muller, which has stood up since round 2, and at last Perkovic hits that discus just properly, and landing between the 65 and the 70-meter lines. There's all the relief and the emotion, because she must have wondered for a while where on earth her usual form had gone to. Phew.
Well, she hasn't lost this year. You have to go back to the middle of last season, the last time she was beaten.
But that's more like it. 67 meters 62. A great champion producing her best when it matters, and perhaps denying yet another German gold medal here. Anyway, let's see how Nadine Muller can respond to that. Well, that's certainly a very decent effort. She's got a very fine series here for an athlete who came here with the best of only 62.73 this year. But I think that throw by Perkovic just a little bit too much. But there will be one more round after this. A good consistent series of well over 60 meters of those throws for Nadine Muller in the discus. It's not quite as far as her best effort of 63. And it's 62.58 on that occasion. So Perkovic leads, Muller in second and Vita in third, the 3 women who've gone over 60 meters so far. We are seeing the conclusion of the discus. Here's Shanice Kraft, just out of the positions at the moment, medal positions at 4th. Coach can barely look on. How's she going to go? Oh, there's a big roar from the crowd, and she's produced the sort of throw that she dreamed of just when it really mattered again. So the discus ending rather better than it started. It looked rather moderate for a round or two, but it's come to life in the last couple of rounds, not least with that terrific throw by Perkovic of 67.62. And now Shanice Kraft joins the party by getting well over 60 meters. And it's 62.46, takes her into third place. Perkovic followed by Muller and Kraft. So, Claudine Vita now relegated to 4th. 61.23, Germany 2, 3, 4. Can she change the order? Not quite is the answer. Good final throw, but Vita's going to end up in 4th place. (61.25), just a 2 centimetre improvement then on her previous best. Just a couple of throws to go then in the discus. We've reversed the order after round 5 to show that Muller is the penultimate thrower. No, comes out of the circle, but she looks very pleased indeed to have got the medal, to have regained some of the form. And once again, Nadine Muller is a medalist here. Silver medal back in 2012, and now a silver medal again in 2018. So Nadine Muller, 2 World Championship medals, 2 European Championship medals. No golds, but a great record. So it is Perkovic, after all, who has achieved history by winning now a 5th consecutive European title. Took her a long time to get going. Let's see what she can do just as a throw for glory at the end. Well, it's anticlimactic, isn't it? But nonetheless, here's a great champion. 5 gold medals to go with those 2 Olympic golds, those 2 World Championship golds. She's the superstar of the discus of the last decade. And only managed to produce 1 decent throw here, but that's all she needed. Yes, no wonder at 5, that's right.
Well, European titles mean a lot to Sandra Perkovic. She was talking to European Athletics and doing various promotional videos for us during June, and she said it's really very, very important. It doesn't diminish in any way what she's achieved on Olympic stage or world stage, but she almost views this as an equal to her global medals. And it's so important for Croatia as well, she says. Putting Croatia, well, she was put in the shade a little bit by the soccer team reaching the World Cup final, but she said it's very important to keep athletics at the forefront in Croatia as well. And she's certainly done that.
Nadine Muller, a silver medal here with 63 metres, a season's best. And Shanice Kraft winning a bronze medal for the 3rd successive championships.
You'd think they'd find a medal for Shanice Kraft. We're in Germany. I'm sure there's a spare flag there somewhere lying around for the Germans.
Well, I think Matches Brisbilko and Michaela Mihambo are keeping theirs for a moment. Well, we've just got 1 more final to go now. 8 gold medals decided tonight. We've had 2 to Poland, 2 to Germany, Croatia adding their name to Belgium, Norway, Great Britain, and those are the 8 countries, the 8 medals that have been decided, the 6 countries who will add to their gold medal tallies.
Found a flag. It's a pretty big one.
Not a small, I was going to say, it's not a small one.
I think they've taken it down from the top of the stadium, haven't they?
You know what? They actually did. There was one just across from us right at the top, and it's not there anymore. So I think they really did bring it down. There are the results for the men's 4x400 relay. Belgium take the title in a European lead. Great Britain and Northern Ireland there, and Spain in 3rd.
Well, now, we're just looking back at the 5,000 metres. There's an appeal, obviously, going on here. A huge field, of course. Concerns Kimeli, did he break too soon?
I think he did. I think that's why we're seeing now the revised results of that 5,000 metres.
Doesn't change anything in the leading order in the top half a dozen or so. It's still Ingebrigtsen 1 and 2. We're just seeing, well, the 24 men, so we'll get there in the end. Oh no, we won't.
Kimeli was quite high up, wasn't he? But not in the medals.
No.
Obviously. So here we go.
No, he was in contention, but he did slip back quite a bit on the last lap.
Well, that was the concluding field event action of the day with the discus, and it's of course been great field event action for Germany. Getting 2, 3, 4 in the discus is no mean feat. Of course, they do have a wonderful tradition in the event.
And indeed, they've got 6 women in the top 10 in Europe this year. They could have filled a few more slots as well if they had unlimited access to the competition.
And what's really nice, we're seeing as the 4x4 men are making their way round, they're all celebrating together, they're all taking pictures in very odd order, so really all getting on very well with each other.
The final result of the discus was the gold medal for the 5th consecutive European Championships to Sandra Perkovic of Croatia. The season's best by Nadine Muller ensured her of the silver medal, and Shanice Kraft getting the bronze.